Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me for our craft along. I am a few minutes late and I completely apologize. I had the lawn crew going by, so I was waiting for them to move away. They're finally gone. So thank you for joining. Today we are going to have a fun technique class that I am sharing with you. It is called block stamping. So what's fun about it is I did this with my team on Thursday night, and they just absolutely loved it. You can get so many different creative ideas, and I'm going to show you an alternative way of block stamping as well. So thank you again. This is Rosemary Massaro. I am with Stamping Up as a demonstrator, and you can follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Craft with Ro. So let's get going. How fun are these cards? So we've got a slimline card here. We've got a beautiful sailboat sunset and a really fun, easy way just to show you how to get started with this technique. So we have Notes and Totes is what I'm featuring, and the sunrise sailing is what we're featuring. So I am going to get going here, and we will create this card first. I'm going to need to get some paper towel. You can get a little messy in this technique. So, but the good news is we're using water-based inks. So I used a variety of different inks on here, and I thought I would share this card with you first because it really is kind of the simplest here. And we are going to stamp right on this card that you received in your packet here, your small white piece. You should have a couple embellishments in here as well. And this class is available for purchase if you are interested to receive all this product. Actually, it's the tutorial, and the tutorial is available for $10. This kit is already sold out. It was amazing, and I will be offering the tutorial for a free with the purchase this weekend, or you can use or you can spend $10 and I will add the link. So I am using this color here. It's our soft sea foam, and I'm using our balmy blue on here. And it's pretty easy. We're going to take a block, this block here, and we are going to half stamp it within the ink. You will need a water brush or a water bottle for this technique. And I am just going to, actually I'll put it this way so you guys can see. I'm going to half ink this side with the balmy blue. Now you do want to be careful, and I'm going to show you a way where you can get multiple colors, not just two, because you don't want to taint your ink pads with other colors. And then we are going to take the other half of this block and line it up with the sea foam. I'm just going to put this over here. We're going to take our water spritz bottle or your sprayer, and we're going to add just a little bit of water. I want to move that out of the way. And I'm going to blend it just a little. And you got to practice. I do want to tell you that getting the right amount of water on here is really important. But if you have a drip, it's okay. It usually can be covered up. And there we go. So you are never going to get the exact same image or impression. So it's going to be a little bit different every single time. So I do need to let this dry just a little bit, and I'll apply a heat gun because we are going to want to stamp our sentiment on there. So I am going to show you how I created this edged looking along the side here. And I literally just took my snips and kind of ran along the edge. Now I have seen people do this with their nails. I have no clue how they do that with their nails. And I'm not really worried if it rips a little bit. I mean, the more rustic and rugged it looks, in my opinion, the better off it is. So, hi Wendy, how are you? Thank you for joining. So Wendy was on the team meeting and she got to see this technique, but hopefully she'll recreate it and post it on our team page. If you're with us, tell us where you're from. Glad that you're here. And there we go. Nice little rugged edges there. I love that look. And let's see, still just a little bit wet. So I'm going to take my heat tool and just try to get it dry just a little bit so that when I stamp it, it does not bleed on me and it gets a good impression. I think that should be good. Yep. So I am going to take our Night of Navy stamp set, ink pad, and I'm going to use the sentiment from our Notes and Totes, and I'm going to take Sending Warm Wishes. Add that to my block. Not lined up straight. There we go. Lightly tap, tap, tap. And I am going to just get a nice little impression there. Perfect. Now we can attach this to here, and then we can bring it to our card base. So I normally have my little grid paper here most of the time, and I have been out of it, and I'm waiting for my order to come in. I do not know where it is. I think it's lost in La La Land. I got 3 packages yesterday, really thinking that it was going to be in one of those packages, but no such luck. I did get my paper pumpkin yesterday, so I'm very excited about that. And we now have our little accent pieces, again, from the Notes and Totes. So we will gotta take the cap off, that'll help. Hi Julie, thanks for joining. And you can actually use a mini dimensional as well if you want to give some more dimension and pop these up. But this is a fun, simple card. And all you need really is ink and maybe something to embellish it with. And there we go. Looks like I always get ink on my hands, but so here we go. That is our first card. How fun, easy, quick. I'll put that aside. Our next card I am featuring is our Sunset Sale. Love this. Love, love, love. This is one of my favorite bundles. And we're going to create a really fun little sailboat. Could be masculine. Could say anything on there. Miss you. Hello, friend. Thank you. So we have our little accent pieces here. And I have my sentiment piece there. And we are going to stamp on this little circle that you received in your kit. Looks like I got some extra pieces there. I can go ahead and we can mount that, but let me get this part done first. So I'm going to take my, actually I'm going to get a bigger block on this one. And these colors that I'm using is going to be my crushed curry, and I'm going to use our newest, one of our newest colors, Timid Tiger. So we're going to you can do it either way. I think that should be good. Again, just going to take a little bit of water and spritz it. Kind of get it to blend just a little, and you'll get used to it. Just kind of want those colors to kind of blend in together. Move our sailboats out of the way. And then I'm just going to flip this on top of here. Now that is very wet, very juicy. So we're going to need to let that dry just a little bit. And the colors do often end up turning a little bit lighter once it starts drying. So in the meantime, so I don't get any more ink on anything, I am going to color our little sailboat here. Now you can use, you could have cut this piece easily cut this piece with like pecan pie or early espresso, but our markers work just as well. So I'm using our pecan pie, and I'm going to take the finer point, that's the word I'm looking for, and I am just going to go down the edge of this. Actually, you know what? Because I'm going right along the edge, I'm going to take the blend and I'm just going to go right along the edge here. And there we go. And I'm going to color in the bottom. And then, again, you can add some dimension on here, but we are just going to mirror this up right like that. So we see the top of the sailboat post, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right here. And we're going to line that up. Perfect. All right, so that is gonna go right on our sunset. Now we're gonna take from my favorite dies is the Stylish Stamp dies. And I'm gonna take the round circle Yep, that's the same size. And we're gonna die cut this. I'm gonna put some heat to this first so it cuts well. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna just step off camera and die cut this. And there we go. Perfect, right? Look how pretty that is. And now we can assemble our card. So we're gonna take our white willow base. Oh, no kidding. I'm out of dry adhesive. So we're just gonna use my liquid glue. I don't know about you guys, but I go through so much adhesive. There you go. Now we can add this to our card base. It's going to be such a fun and simple card. Easy to put together. We're going to add our sunset right here. I think my liquid glue is running low too. I think I will add a little bit of a tiny dimensional back there, but that is totally optional. Oh, I think I want to get it down just a little bit more. Oops. Not wanting to stick, I think because this paper is still a little damp. But there we go. I have no clue where I pulled this Miss You sentiment from, but we will grab the word ahoy. Oh, I gotta pull it from the right stamp set. And again, I think I'm gonna come in with our Night of Navy. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this cap and we're going to blend to highlight the word. So I'm going to take my water brush here. Oh, it doesn't want to. There we go. Do a little spritz there. And I'm just going to give a little bit of a highlight. To my word. We are going to pop that up. Put that right down there. Oh, look at it. I am just an ink finger mess. Night of Navy loves to attach to me. All right, so next we're going to take our little seagull here. Again, we're going to pull out the Night of Navy that loves to smear on my fingers. And we are going to add some cute little seagulls. Now this set also provides the little die cut where you can cut out the little seagulls as well and cut 3 of them at the same time. So cool. So cool. All right, so I'm going to put one here. I'm going to add one there. And we'll add one right there. Clean that off. Make sure I clean my fingers off again. Hi, Jen. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, Wendy, I never, ever have enough adhesive. All right. So, I don't have my little embellishments here, but what I used was the new 2025-2027 flat pearls. So pretty. Just add those onto there and you have a great fun little card there. Next, we are gonna do our slimline card. How fun is this? So this was my actually very first card that I created. It was my prototype. As you can see, I was practicing, but I wanted to share with you that I didn't include these in the kit, but just absent-minded why I didn't. But these little look like fishes, right? Guess where I got them from? So cool. I saw it as soon as I was playing with this kit with another card workshop. But this little, let's see if I can pull it up. So see this little die right here, right? This goes a part of the tote. And this is like the little notches for the tote. But don't they look like fishes? So that's what I did. I cut a couple of them out, or I had a couple extra laying around, and I added them right here. So feel free to do that as well. And we are gonna create these 3 squares. I was practicing with my colors here. So I think I used Summer Splash. I used Blueberry Bushel. I actually think I used like, oh, not pecan pie, but crumb cake. So I was just playing with colors. But today we're just going to use one color, but feel free to create 3 different blocks of color. And today I think we're going to use Afternoon's Azure and our Summer Splash. And I am going to create several different lines along your strip that you have in here. And then we're just going to cut them out with the stylish square. blue, I think we're gonna go with green, and then the blue. Then we're gonna add our water. Do a little bit of blending on here. Stamp down. Actually, I'm going to use the smaller ones. And what's nice about this is it's going to give me the option of where I want to place my actual dye. So get that to blend just a little. And do it one more time. Perfect. All right, again, we gotta let that dry a little bit, so we're gonna decorate the rest of our card. Oh no, coffee on your workspace, Sharon? I've done that. I've done it on my computer keyboard. Not good. Never good. So let's put this aside. We're gonna let that dry a little bit. And we're gonna take out our peach pie. I just want to make sure that, actually, flip that over. I so need my Stampin' grid pad. And we're going to use peach pie. We're going to do tone on tone. We are going to take the flower, random flower, and we're going to randomly stamp. So we're going to do tone on tone. Just to give it some extra oomph on the card. And I actually really love creating my own paper, my own patterned paper. All right. Put that away. Let's put our ink away. We don't need any more ink accidents. And we can attach this to our summer splash. We got all our little accent pieces in here. So I was telling my team the other day that I have actually been a dry adhesive kind of gal, but I'm moving more and more towards the liquid glue. I do love the advantages of liquid glue and being able to position it exactly where you want it. Much easier to use when applying small pieces. And then we can put this right on our front of our card. And it looks like this bottle is going low too. But I have my green liquid bottle waiting for me to break into. This is actually my last bottle left of this Tombow glue that I got when I was a part of Close to My Heart. All right, so now we need to cut this guy out, and it's still a little damp. So I'm gonna, again, throw our heat tool on here. And I'm going to take my small little stylish die square, and I'll be right back. I'm running off camera, and I'm going to cut these out. You're going to cut 3 of them. One last one. All right, so we got 1, 2, and 3. So if you are not interested in getting these little white spots, I would just recommend using a bigger block. That's all you'd need. It's going to avoid those little white spots. So now we can just match these up to the 3 Azure Afternoon pieces that were pre-cut for you in the kit. Hi, Midge. Thanks for jumping on. We are doing the block stamping technique. That was my craft along for this month. And the tutorial is still available. All the kits sold out for $10. But if you want the tutorial, it is available. But I'm not sure tutorials, not that I don't want the sale, honestly, but this kit is so easy. You don't really need a tutorial for it. It's really teaching you the technique of stamp blocking. And I have one more stamp blocking technique I'm going to share with you. Okay, so now we just need to, we're going to mount these up evenly here. Like that. And we are going to put a sentiment on here with our Night of Navy. I'm just going to put just a note, but there's so many different sentiments that you can use. You can always use whatever's in your own stash. And for those that are just joining, I did take these little, they're actually little, little tags from the handle that you would make on your Notes and Totes. I took this little piece right here that looks like a fish, in my opinion, and I added them on there just as a cute little accent. So I think I'm going to go with popping this up with some dimensionals. One too much. And I'm gonna do my best to line this up right in the center and then play off of the piece that's in the center so that they line up evenly. I'm going to keep the colors going the same way, but obviously you can go with any direction. Like I said, you could use different multiple colors on here. There we go. And now we're going to just add our little accent pieces. Cute little seashell, again from the Notes and Totes collection. And our little starfish. Right? How cute, adorable, right? Fun, simple, easy. So let me show you, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to show you one more little technique that is so fun to do. And you can use multiple colors. Now, I have seen other demonstrators and they were using alcohol markers. I swear they were. But I could not get them to work. And I would think because oil and it's kind of like oil and water because they're an alcohol based versus our Stampin' Write water-based cards. So I just pulled 3 random colors from our Stampin' Writes. And you can get the exact same technique if you don't want to use your ink pads. And we are just going to go and color randomly on our block. And it's easier to get the 2 colors to blend without actually tainting your ink pad. So that's an advantage of using your Stampin' Write markers. Hey, Kathy, long time no see. So glad you jumped on. I'm glad you're feeling better. And then, so I used Daffodil Delight, Summer Splash, and Pecan Pie. And I'm just going to, again, take my water block, or my water spray, and I'm going to spray that up. Get it to blend just a little. Right? And you can do the exact same thing. And get the exact same effect. But what's nice about it, oops. Well, we didn't have it come out there. But what's nice about it is that you can use 3 colors. You could use 3 colors on an ink pad, but it's really putting your block on an angle on 3 different ink pads. And you don't want to taint your colors on your ink pad as well. So that is just a fun little cute tip that I wanted to share with you. An alternative option to stamp blocking. So again, thank you so much for joining. We've created 3 cards today. I will be uploading this to, let me get this cleaned off for you. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, right? And you can watch the process and the technique. Again, so easy, so fun. That's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you guys Tuesday night. Don't forget, join me live here on Facebook Tuesday night. And I have a fun card, that's simple fun card for Tuesday night. And many of you guys, I'll see you next Saturday as well in person. So, ciao. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you guys so much for joining me.